Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best binds to use for a non-paddle, non-claw controller players. So if you guys don't play with any paddles, or if you guys don't play claw, I'm going to be showing you guys the best binds for normal controller players. These are the binds that I would recommend to you guys that I think are the very best in the game. They really give you the most optimal movement and binds for non-claw, non-paddle controller players. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the giveaway winners. And lastly, make sure you guys do comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into my next giveaway. So if you want some free V-Bucks, make sure you guys do enter. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to give you guys the best binds to use for those of you guys who don't play with any paddles or play claw in Fortnite, because when it comes to choosing binds for normal controller players, it is a little bit more difficult in the sense that when you play with claw or paddles, it really helps you out a ton just because you have extra binds to use, because when it comes to Fortnite, there's so many different buttons that you need to press at the exact same time while you're moving. For example, like building, editing, jumping, and also pickaxe. So there's a lot of different binds that you really have to take into consideration when you're choosing your binds, but these binds specifically I think are the very best for you guys as far as the combat, build, and edit binds for non-paddle, non-claw controller players. So going into my binds, these are the combat controls. So as far as the binds that I have up on my D-pad for inventory. I press left on the D-pad just to replay the last emote. Right on the D-pad is not bind to anything, and then the bottom bind is going to be the emote picker. So when you're choosing your emotes, that's what you're going to press. But the main binds I want to focus on are going to be the left stick. This is going to be my edit button. I'm pretty sure all of you guys already use left stick for edit. If you guys don't, definitely throw it on. I'm pretty sure the majority of players in this game play with left stick edit. Personally, I use paddles, so I use a paddle to edit, but left stick is definitely the best way to go. But with the right stick, I have that as jump. I feel like these two binds, no matter what binds you have, you don't want to change. You always want to have left stick as edit and your right stick as jump, because jumping is something that you do literally all the time in Fortnite, and you want to have it on a very accessible, very easy to press button where you don't have to take your fingers off the analog sticks, and same can be said with edit. You do have a little bit more time when it comes to pickaxe and switch modes. You want to have those on your buttons, but as far as the left stick and right stick, you want to have edit and jump. I feel like these two are the most important binds that you have, and you want to make sure they're the easiest to press, and that's what I would recommend as far as those two binds. My pickaxe is just on Y. Most of you guys probably play with Y pickaxe. Switch mode is going to be on X. The reason why it's on X instead of B, because you press switch mode a ton. This is how you pull out your builds, and you want to be able to press your builds as fast as possible. And if you look at the controller on the screen, you can see that the movement from your right stick to the X button is faster from your right stick to the B button. So you can press X faster than you can press B. So that's why switch mode is on X. If it feels way more comfortable on B, then by all means keep it, but I feel like the best way to have is going to be having your switch mode on the X button, because you can press your X button just a little bit faster than you can press your B button or your circle button if you play on PS4. And also the last bind on that list that I just didn't mention was going to be you crouch with your A button or your X button if you play on PS4. So those are all the binds for my combat controls. I feel like those are the most comfortable to use because you have edit for left sticks. You're able to edit pretty smoothly, pretty efficiently. No problems. You're able to press right stick to jump. So you can constantly edit and jump around and be very fluid with your movement. And if you need to pull your builds, you can press X and you can pull them out fairly quickly. So these I feel like are the most optimal and best binds to use just as far as the combat controls. So going into my build controls, these really aren't too much different. There's only a couple things that I did. So The only real things here is, so for my change material slash trap, I'll have it on the left D-pad. I don't know why I had it on the right D-pad as making this video, but you want to have the change material slash trap on the left D-pad. That's not too difficult. You just you move your left stick down to left D-pad and you can change between your materials. And the other button that would be different in this category is going to be your B button, and your B button is going to be placing traps. Or I guess traps aren't in the game anymore. It's going to be placing launch pads. So the only two things here are you press left on the D-pad to change through your materials, and then you press B to place your launch pads. Other than that, everything else is the same as far as the combat controls. Are the only two differences within these controls. There really isn't too many other things you can do as far as, because I mean, obviously it would be better if you could press or change, or if you could press launch pads with your X button, but that's going to be your switch mode. Because other than that, there's really not too many other options. Maybe you can have your, change materials on the right on the D-pad, but other than that, everything still is going to be pretty much the same. And a really good tip that you guys can use, because a lot of the times you don't want to stand still in Fortnite pretty much almost ever. So if you want to change your materials, which you have to press your left on the D-pad, so you have to take your finger off the analog stick. So what you can do that I've seen a lot of players do is they're switching through materials, or they have to do an action where they have to take their finger off the left analog stick. One thing you can do is jump while you're doing it. So for example, if you're running and then you press the jump button, you have a little bit more momentum, so you're not standing still. So you can jump and then quickly switch your materials, and then you can keep your momentum. So if you ever have to take your finger off the analog stick, it could be a good idea to just jump, and while you're jumping, you're not going to lose any momentum, and therefore you don't have to stand still. So going into my edit controls, these are the last buttons I want to show you guys. My confirm button is going to be on my left bumper, and my reset button is going to be on my right bumper. I was trying this out, and it actually felt pretty comfortable. I really did like these buttons a ton. You don't have to take your fingers off the analog sticks, and it's super easy to press, super comfortable with no issues whatsoever. The only problems you can have with LB and RB is potentially, say for example, you missed the build and then you press left bumper, then you could switch your weapons. But other than that, as long as you're on the build and you're very accurate with it, having left bumper as confirm and right bumper as reset, I think is very comfortable, and I do like this a lot. And then as far as that, I think everything else is pretty much the same for edit controls. The only thing that you want to change is your confirm button to left bumper and your reset button to RB. I find these to be very comfortable, and as you guys know, I do play with a paddle controller, and just practicing these out, they felt very comfortable. I was able to edit and build pretty smoothly with no issues whatsoever. I feel like it was very comfortable, and I can get used to these binds pretty quickly. And as far as my dead zones, if you guys are curious, I play on a 0.10 on my left and then a 0.09 on my right. So just in case you were curious on my dead zones, those are the dead zones that I play on. And as I was just saying, I do play with the paddle controller, and just trying these binds out for a couple minutes, I really did find these binds were very helpful. I felt like they were very easy to learn, and I think that's really a thing you should look for when you're looking to choose new binds, is binds that you can learn very quickly, because you don't want to try to learn your bind over the course of like 2 or 3 months. You want to be able to change your bind and feel pretty comfortable with it within maybe a few days to a week at the most. So if you guys are looking for new binds, I would really recommend giving these binds in this video a try. I think they're very good, and as I said, I was just trying them out for maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, and I had no problems. I was able to edit just fine. Obviously, I'm not as fast as I was before I changed my binds, but I feel like these binds are very quick. I'm able to reset my builds and edits very fast, while at the same time I can jump very efficiently. And I would say the only problem that you might have, and this is just kind of a fault of playing non-claw, non-paddle, is going to be pulling out your builds or maybe your pickaxe. I would say build the most, because you have to take your finger off the right analog stick to pull out your builds. There's really no other way around it. But other than that, I really like these binds. They're very good for editing, jumping, and confirming, resetting your edits all at the same time without having too many difficulties. So that's what I would recommend for you guys as far as if you're looking to choose new binds. But with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found this video very helpful, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure you guys do slap on those notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And as well, every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I do live stream solos. So if you guys want to watch me play live and you guys want to watch me play solos on stream, like I said, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single day. Definitely come on my live streams, they're a ton of fun. I read the chat, I'm very active, and yesterday I was playing pretty good. I think I got like 5 wins on stream, so I do take quite a few wins when I do play live on stream. But with that being said, appreciate you guys watching the video, and alright guys, I will see you next video.